Hey guys, want to learn how to play over chord changes and develop your phrasing? I'm going to show you this little exercise, little chord progression that is gold. It works like a charm. Stick with me. I get asked a lot, how do you play over chord changes and how do you work on your phrasing? Things like this. This is almost a kill two birds with one stone lesson. Ideally, I was going to just talk about playing over chord changes, the beginner's version, right? Chord changes for dummies. This is a little chord progression that forces you to have to switch key centers. So you can't just stick pentatonic and it's great to get you out of your box if you're stuck in a rut, but at the same time, it's great to develop phrasing. So I'm going to try to touch on both quickly here. But the first thing is the chord progression. It's just Cm7, and then it modulates up a minor third, right? Minor third, that would be E flat minor 7. It's very simple. You could use a minor 9 if you want. It doesn't really matter. Minor 7. But the point is, when you play over this, if you're a beginner, intermediate guitar player, you're going to normally gravitate towards this position, which is just a basic C. That's what I did to start out the solo. I just used this just stock C minor pentatonic. Nothing wrong with that. It works great. When you switch, when the chord switches, you cannot stay there. It's not going to work. That's why this is a good primer to learn how to play over chord changes, because it forces you to move. Now, you might go, oh, that's easy. I just move up here. Yeah, you can. Those are the right notes. It's not going to sound very sophisticated. I mean, it's not going to sound, it's just kind of like you're starting here, and then you're going here, and you're going here, and you're going here. It's not like a well-written sentence, in other words, to use an analogy. So here's the first thing I would suggest. Let's work on a couple different positions that you might not know. So here's what I would suggest. Take the C minor pentatonic, but for E flat, instead of jumping up a minor third, let's keep it smooth. Here's a position maybe you don't know if you know your 5 positions of the pentatonic scale. I'm going to go over this slowly. So it would be D flat, E flat, G flat, A flat, B flat, D flat, E flat, G flat, A flat, B flat, D flat, E flat. So that's 9th fret, 11th fret, 9th fret, 11th fret, 8th fret, 11th fret, 8th fret, 11th fret, 9th fret, 11th, 9th fret, 11th. That's E minor pentatonic. Now, why is that a big deal to not jump around? It forces you to come up with it helps you rather come up with phrases, melodic lines. That's what I was trying to do when you're improvising and you want to be able to come up with a phrase and you want to be able to make it smoothly connect to the next chord. That's the beginning of jazz improvisation. So you could use this, and when the chord changes, you're just here. So I'm going to demonstrate with the progression again and show you what I'm talking about. So slowly, here's the C minor. E flat. Right? Doesn't sound like much. But see how smooth that is too. So now just try creating some melodies. I'm using a couple little other notes, but basically I'm staying in that position, and you get the tone a little sweeter. And you can use that other pentatonic. And so on and so forth. You get the idea. But that little progression is just gold to work on those two things. It keeps your scale positions tight. And what that does is facilitate the ease at which you can phrase. And those are two things that are, important when you're improvising over chord changes. If you like that chord progression, I forgot to mention that's also available on a package I have called 2-chord VAMPS, available on my website. I'll put a link here. So I hope you like this little lesson. Hit like, subscribe if you dug it. See you next time. Shane Terrio out.